spectacular falls, and one, they weren't easy falls, some of them, and there were strange falls. I was at a meeting with the Sufis. Maya went with us, and last October at Thanksgiving, they meet there, and it was out in Quebec, east of Montreal, a place called Eastman. And it was held in an old cow barn that was converted to a place called a refuge for philosophers. Really, that was its name. But the thing is, the building was still there. It was still a barn. It had this integrity of strength, and animal life and human life was great. And so it puts me in such good mood. And so I got up one morning, and they all get up, and they all love coffee. They're big coffee drinkers. And so I got up and tidied up a little bit, and Connor and Maya, I don't know where they were, but I picked up a couple of wet soaking towels that Connor had thrown in the tub. You show a 3-year-old a tub, and he throws towels in it, a tub of water. Anyway, picked up those in one hand, had something else in the other hand, and I went off downstairs to join my friends having coffee. They're such good-natured, cheerful, buoyant folks. They're good. And so I went down the first set of steps, and then they have, because it's tall ceilings, and I went down a turn, and then I went down the second level of steps, and I was literally flying down the steps from joy and eagerness. And you know what? My feet flew right out from under me, and I landed on the edge of a step on the middle of my back, right over the heads of the people that were drinking coffee. It was just right under them. And so I'm lying there thinking, now what do? I don't know. And so I'm lying there, and here they all come tripping up the steps. Caroline, what's going on? Are you hurt? Are you hurt? What can I do? How can I help you? You know, blah, blah, blah. And one friend kept saying, oh, what'd she say? She says, did you hit your head? Did you hit your head? And finally she says, my cousin's wife just died because she hit her head too many times. Finally she hit her head one more time, and she didn't live over it. Did you hit your head? And I said, I don't want to get up. I just want to lie here and be quiet for a little bit till I kind of feel myself. Anyhow. And everybody then was mad at me. Everybody, all these good, fine, swell folks, they were also, some of them were mad at me. And one lady says, how can I help? I said, here, find a place to put these towels. And she didn't want to do that. I mean, but she was standing there with her mouth open. I had told her how she could help. And so one friend, his name's David, and he runs a business in North New York State. He's a property man. Anyway, he just turned around and walked back downstairs. Finally, I came down, and this friend that I gave the soppy towels to, she didn't want to look at me or talk at me. I did something bad. But she and her husband talked, and she decided that she needed to quit telling people how to run their lives. But Andreas, he says, Caroline, why did you do that? People say you wouldn't get up because you were too proud. And I said, no, I wasn't too proud. I just wanted to lie there a little bit. And he looked at me and he says, you have to find out how you fell. How did you fall? He didn't really say, why did you fall? How did you fall? And I said, okay, I'll try. So I kind of made a compact with him that I would do that.
Why did you fall? Or how did you fall? How did you fall?
How did I fall? I fell because I have a kind of an imbalance between my right side and my left side. And it sets up a back and forth, and makes my feet want to fly out from under me. But it's taken me almost a year to find that out. But in the meantime, I have found some of the best helpers. It's hard to believe that there are people out there that want that much to help you.
Wow. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
That's one story.
You're welcome.
See you next fall, which might be a long time away.
Which what? What?
I'll see you next fall.
Ooh.
Have a nice trip. See you next fall.
Oh, Pat. It's Pat.
I'm kidding. I'm
Steve,
kidding.
don't say that. About balance. And I'm learning about my balance. And sometimes you learn about balance by learning about imbalance. Okay? So sometimes before you learn how not to fall, you learn and see how you fall.
So you could apply that to justice. You have to learn about balance of justice, the scales of justice, by seeing injustice.
Well, that's what you're working on.
Balance.
Good. Good luck, Ed. I hope you learn a lot.